We're back.
We're back.
Welcome back to our YouTube show, New Earth News and New Age Networking. Christy, my love, how are you today?
I am actually doing very well. How about you?
I'm doing so good. I was just looking out the window before we hopped on today because today we're talking about water and it's like a gloomy, rainy, like my favorite weather kind of day here. And I just thought, of course, it would be raining on the day that we're going to talk about water, which is
Water.
a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time.
No, like we literally can't live without it. I wore blue eyeshadow in honor of water.
Love it. And let's all give a collective clap to Christy because I don't know if you guys, well, I think you guys know this. Christy broke her butt like some weeks ago, and
7.
7 weeks ago. And selfishly, it has been a huge help to me because Christy was promoted to head of the research department for all the topics that we talk about. So Christy comes in with the facts, and I just love you so much for that, Christy. So
Right?
thank
We hit with the facts straight away. We're very different than school. We're just gonna hit you with the facts straight away. You will not be quizzed. But then we're just gonna have a light, free, open, honest, communicative conversation about our perception of the facts. And that's all we're all really here to do. Like, what is your perception of existence? Because mine looks like this. Mine has glitter and gold and sparkles. Like we realistically, that's what we're doing here. So I
I
love
love
that
it
you.
so much.
On that note, let me go ahead and just kind of go over some of the facts about water today. A lot of them will
Yeah.
blow a lot of people's minds, but a lot of them are kind of a little bit common sense to anybody who studies consciousness or anything of the sort.
Mhm.
So, the particular facts I have right now, just right now in this brief little segment, are from a movie, a documentary on Gaia called Secret of Water. It is 1 hour and 16 minutes long. If you don't have Gaia, I highly recommend getting a 2-week free trial because it has mind
Yeah,
exploding
Gaia.
shit. Yeah, mind exploding shit. That and unified TV. Brilliant stuff. Okay. So we're talking about water as a lot of people know, but many, many more don't know water actually holds consciousness. Water,
I already have chills.
right? Okay, so we are just like the surface of the earth, at least 70% water. We also have a heart that has 60 or 60,000 miles of veins and arteries, like our planet does. It is water that gives us life. For and Okay, I typoed. It says punishing ourselves, but it meant nourishing ourselves. So
That is
water
quite a
nourish.
typo.
I have really fat fingers. So like water replenishes our cells and it's a continuous cycle, exactly like Earth. The system of the universe exists as a single perfect organism. And we kind of touched on this a little bit yesterday when we were talking about twin flames and branching off from source and fractalizing all the different light sources. I believe fully that we are all one giant organism just trying to come back into a whole. And this
Mhm.
documentary states basically the same thing. We are one single organism, perfect organism. All of its parts, including us and our earth, are inseparably bound together by big streams of information. Hold on. And our planet water plays a key role in that and how the information is exchanged. In fact, it is the media in which all nature is governed. Water is the only thing in existence that can live in 3 states: liquid, solid, and frozen. Wait, liquid, solid, and gases. My bad. Solid is frozen. Water has memory, water has consciousness. We would not have the DNA helix without water. We would not be able to exist. Water creates a structure of protein in the DNA. So water is specifically responsible for the helix in the DNA.
What? I didn't know that.
Me either.
Wait, I have a thought on that fact.
Mhm.
So I wonder if like we, you know how like we want to activate like our light body
Hmm.
DNA, like our all the additional strands. Like I
Hmm.
wonder if we could do that through some of the things that we're going to talk about with water today.
I think we can. I think some people subconsciously have already started doing that with the ionization of water, and they're charging their waters with magnets. Um, people, well, I
Ooh,
don't
what if
know.
it's right under our noses the whole time?
It's
The
fucking
most natural
insane.
thing in the world that we have to do every single day. Like,
For free, but then they charge us to drink the poison shit, right?
yeah.
Okay, so our bodies would not be able to work without water at all. Water is the most important universal computer. When the body loses 2% of water, we become thirsty. When it loses 10% of water, we start to hallucinate, like really big hallucinate, but it only takes 12% of water loss to kill you. Only 12% of dehydration kills you. Okay, so in this video, I didn't write this in the notes, but in the video, there's this one place in Japan. Well, I did write about another place about water, but this one place in Japan, people live to 120 years on average because they don't fucks with anybody else's water. They only drink the locally sourced water from there. And our bodies, one of the scientists said, our bodies are designed to live 120, 130 years, but we don't die of old age. We die of dehydration. It's just like
Oh,
the
yeah.
long haul of times being dehydrated, like they build up and build up and build up, and your body can't handle it anymore. Wear and tear. It's not actually from old age, it's from dehydration. So that's pretty crazy.
I think it's interesting that like our bodies never adapted to learn how to store water for longer periods of time. Isn't that weird that over like
Well,
our like however
I
long
think
humans
it's
have been evolving,
it's
we've
it's
never picked that
impossible.
up.
Like because our DNA needs it needs a replenishment. It needs the cycle. It needs water can actually die. But you can also bring it back to
That
life.
makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, so in Venezuela exists the only water on Earth that has never, ever, ever been in contact with the human species. The water is 40,000 times more active than basic, everyday, normal drinking water. 40,000 times more active. Isn't that nuts?
Oh my goodness. That's like so it's the purest source of water in
Yeah.
existence.
Yeah. So, the thing with it was so the coral reefs that are down there and they last and they live forever and ever and ever, probably since the beginning of time. It's so
Mm.
hard and it's so remote to get to this specific area. Water, what it does is it picks up frequency and vibration and memory. And these coral reefs submit this vibration and frequency and this knowledge or wisdom, if you will, this information into the frequency of the water, the structure of the water, and teaches the water how to maintain itself and just keep replenishing and replenishing and replenishing, actually allowing the water to be basically indestructible because it knows how to compute and rewire itself. It's wild, dude. The amount of healing you can do with water is I feel like we barely touched the surface of the healing properties of water.
Yeah. And yeah. Yeah. I lost
She's
my
like,
train
what
of
the?
thought. I had like two different thoughts I was choosing to go with, and I couldn't choose.
I felt like I saw them actually going like this, like in the air.
I know,
Um,
so good. Fun fact, I have drunk out of one of the most, not the, but like one of the most purest sources of water in the world when I was in New Zealand. It's
how
there's
cool.
this called like the Blue Springs. It has a traditional name which I can't recall at the moment, but it's like underground for I don't know, either 20 or 20 yeah, 20,000 maybe years. I don't know. Does that sound right? That might be crazy. It's
No, sounds
in
right.
the water for a really long time, basically. And when it comes up, it's like one of the purest sources of water. I'm not supposed to drink out of it, but I did.
What did it taste like?
It was just, it was beautiful, pure water. Like it was good. It tasted different than like what the water I drink at home is. Like it had weirdly like some like flavor, but not like a bad flavor, just
That's what they were saying about this water
natural.
in Venezuela. They're like it just has like an aroma to it that is so pleasant that like it's
Oh,
not a
really?
normal aroma. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
interesting. Oh, cool.
yeah. So there's a show called on Gaia. I know you know it because I know we've sent shows back and forth to each other, but for everybody else out there, it's called Open Minds. It's a brilliant show. It has so many facts on it. And a couple of months ago, let me see if I still have it open in here. A couple of months ago, I was watching the newest episode and it was actually on water. And the woman was actually speaking about the consciousness of water is so profound that you can put a picture of like Rome on a water for like so many minutes, like 7 minutes or something like that. And then you can freeze that water. And the memory in the water from being in that, from seeing that picture for that amount of time will actually, when it freezes and you look under a microscope, it will exactly um, imitate the picture to a T. So like you can get an ice sculpture of Rome through a magnifying glass if you set a picture next to water. Isn't that
Wow.
insane? Because frequency and vibration are transmitted through water. It's a conductor. And so even though we can't see, taste, smell, hear, or feel most frequencies in existence, the water can because it is the most advanced computer that we have, I believe, in our universe. So and the water video I was speaking of before with all the facts, they were speaking of a specific scientist who took three what do you call those? Petri for
Yeah,
scientists?
petri dishes.
Petri dishes, and he
Hmm.
put rice in all three, every single one, same exact rice, and then he put water in all three, same exact water. One petri dish, he just said, I love you to every day. No, 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 he said thank you to every single day. The second one, he said, I hate you to every single day. And then the third one, he didn't do anything with. It just sat there. And after a specific amount of time, 30 or 60 days or something like that, maybe even 3 months, I don't remember. The one that he told thank you to every day flourished and it gained so many like properties, beautiful properties under a microscope. It looked like a brilliant snowflake, beautiful. The second one, it started like fermenting and going bad and turning like weird colors. The one that he said, I hate you to. And the third one, this one blew my mind. The third one, where he paid no attention to whatsoever, rotted the rice and it died. It turned it black, completely black, and it died. And
Wow.
he correlated that with like children. So when you give your children all the love and attention or appreciation, you say thank you, gratitude, just making them feel like a human being, they thrive, they're confident, they, go after what they want. When you beat one down all the time, it's still going to live, it's still going to love you, but it's going to have a lot of trouble. It's going to be, you know, not confident, not motivated, not self-efficient, I guess you will. You know, a lot of childhood trauma in that second dish, basically.
Mhm.
But the third dish, he says, it's when you ignore children, they will literally die. So your water and your children need to be raised the same way with love and compassion and care. Does that make sense to you? Isn't that insane? I
I
would have
think
never
it's a
thought that.
good analogy. I think it's a really good analogy. And especially because like our bodies are made of water and water has the potential to transmute images, sounds, words in such a way. It's literally science showing us the importance of positive language and
Mhm.
conscious languaging, not only with our
Especially,
kids, with ourselves, with
uh-huh,
others, with the
because we are
world, in our
70 to
advertising.
90, yeah, we are 70 to 90% water. So like
Mhm.
whether we realize it or not, even our thoughts, like I'm not the only one in the world who has done this, but like I beat myself up and I'll be like, you fucking dumb bitch, why'd you do this? I mean, I really don't do it as much anymore, hardly ever. But I'm 40 and I did it for 39 years. Um, and I'm always wondering, like, why am I not better, basically? And it's because my cells are listening to my thoughts and my words. They're listening to the music I'm watching. They're listening to the TV I'm watching. They are listening to the chaos. Like if I go to Walmart, I freak out immediately. Like your body, even though you don't realize it, is constantly listening and computing every fucking thing around you. So you need to be more aware, not you specifically, because I know you're very
Yeah.
aware, but like people as a whole need to be more aware that it's not just your words that are spells, it's your thoughts. And if you can just be a little bit more compassionate with yourself and show yourself a little bit more love, your life will significantly improve. Significantly improve. And it's the tiniest little thing is to redirect the way you think and talk about yourself. And guess what? When you start loving yourself, you're going to start loving and tolerating a lot more people a lot more often.
Yeah. That is so beautiful.
It's
I completely agree. And I think what's really cool about these experiments is, we struggle so much with overcoming our conditioning. And part of our conditioning is to be so reliant on data and proof and the
Mhm.
experts. And this is one way that we can use our conditioning to our advantage, because being empowered with like seeing this data, seeing this research, seeing like measurable outcomes of scientific experiments, which we have deemed as a society to be worthy and true and provable, like now we have easier buy-in to believe that it's possible. And so therefore we have less of our own like getting out of our own way to do as we start to do that in our work, because now we have this thing where we know this can work, and it helps our belief that it can work.
Yeah. So do you want to hear the crazy shit I do? I started about, oh, I think I started it in 2021. I know I've told you, but I really want the audience to hear.
I love this.
So in 2021, when I started caring about like moon phases and full moons and, crescent moons and new moons and started buying crystals, my daughter Harley actually triggered that for me. She came home with a crystal. It was a rose quartz one day. And I shit you not, it was like the same week. I did 75 hard, went vegetarian and started working out and reading a book every day led to all of this. Anyway, so she comes home with a crystal and I'm like, oh, what do I do with this? So I get on and I like Google like, oh, you set out in the moon to charge. And you do all this and you make moon water and you can put a crystal in it or you can put it next to it, but it'll also amplify the charging of the water. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, and then my actual belief is it actually enhances your spiritual gifts, your subconscious gifts. The moon is like, it's the stuff, subconscious stuff we don't see. So I'm rapidly waking up faster and faster with each moon phase. And I'm also coming to the understanding that the sun is absolutely brilliantly healing. Like the sun is exact opposite. You guys know we said it in a couple other episodes. It's opposite of what we've always been told. Stay out of the sun. No, stay in the sun. The sun will heal your body. The frequencies and the vibrations from the sun, there are light codes. There are codes that hit your body and they heal you. So why am I not sun charging my water? So I started sun charging my water every day before I drank it. I live in a really small town, but the water still tastes like pool water. So I boil my water in a teapot on the stove. and then I put it in a glass jar where I have a brass ball in it, and I charge it for 8 hours out in the sun, and then I drink it. And it's like a 2-gallon glass thing I got from Walmart. And I've been doing that for a couple years. And now I don't have means to measure the frequency or vibration or if it's even working in my water. But to me, it feels so true. Like if water can contain energy and frequencies and information, why could it not harness the powerful healing properties of the sun? So I've been
Mm.
drinking and drinking it. Over the last year, I'm a girl who had strep throat or some kind of major illness every single 3 months, my entire 40 years, up until I want to say about a year ago. About a year ago, I stopped being sick every single week. My entire digestive system works again. My skin is radiantly like so much better. It's has absolutely turned my body into like a 360 back to like a newer version of my body. I have more energy. Not only that, but the water tastes delicious. Like, and there's reasons for the copper ball, and there's copper
Yeah, I was gonna
TikToks
ask,
all over.
what is
It's
it?
I don't remember. I
Oh,
freaking tell this to people all the time. The benefits of copper. Benefits of copper is improves brain and heart health and has an antibacterial effect. So like there's TikToks all over about people drinking water in their copper glasses and whatnot, but I wanted the sun to penetrate through the
yeah,
glass, but I also wanted the benefits of the copper ball. So on Amazon, I bought a $12 solid
smart.
copper ball and I put it inside. I'll send you a picture later. Literally
Genius.
just Google copper ball, everybody. But you can also put it on your body, necklace, jewelry. I'm gonna make Melisa a pyramid and I'm gonna put a copper spiral in it to harness some of the energy. I'm getting off
Oh,
topic. We're about water, we're not about copper. Um, so I started doing all of that. And then this was like in 2021. And then like probably 6, 7 months later after that, I'm like, watch another documentary. And water is heavily influenced by music, specifically
mm-hmm.
the solfeggio frequencies. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but there's 9 of them. They're healing frequencies, and they're supposed to like align with all of your chakras and stuff like that. So I started taking my iPad and putting all 9 solfeggio or solfeggio frequencies and setting it up against a water bottle and healing my jug of water all night. I swear it really does make the water taste better. And again, I have no scientific proof if this stuff works, but I really do believe that this is like untapped science. Like if there's a scientist out there who likes to find this stuff out, because I'm not, all I know is what my intuition tells me, please do the research and let's heal this world. Um,
Yeah. One of my favorite books about water is The Hidden Messages in Water. And I'm not sure if that's one of the experiments that you
I've never heard of
referenced
that.
earlier. Oh, by Masaru Emoto. This is exactly what you're asking for, Christy. It's a scientist who did all of these experiments with water, and what he did was he would play he all these different experiments. In one, like he would play classical music to a cup of
Mhm.
water and like angry heavy metal to a cup of water. And the angry heavy metal water icicles, once it was frozen, would be like all distorted and chaotic. And the
And like
ones from
rigid.
the classical music water, it would just be these beautiful, perfect, sacred geometrical snowflake, like pristine, beautiful, perfect snowflakes. And then similarly, he would like speak angrily to water and like speak words of affirmation and gratitude. He also did writing words that were like negative connotation and taping it to a cup, and then writing like positive words and
Huh.
taping it to a cup. So if you guys are looking for the science behind it, look up the Hidden Messages in Water book. We should link it in the show notes, but you can get it on
Yeah,
Audible or Amazon.
I'm totally gonna see if they have an actual documentary about that exact title. But
Probably. Yeah.
and so this is what I really want people to get out of this whole message today. I mean, out of everything, your water is the most advanced computer ever. And your body is 70% water. And if you are drinking water out of a plastic water bottle that has been sitting in there for months, maybe years, and it's absorbing all the chemicals and nasty shit from the plastic, it's sedentary, it's not moving, it's not flowing, it's not getting any oxygen. That water under a microscope is going to be rigid and chaotic, just like, the crazy music. And then you're going to drink it, and your cells are going to replicate
Yeah.
the designs and the vibrations and the frequencies, and your body is ultimately going to suffer because if you keep on doing that, it's going to be like, well, fuck, this water is water, and yeah, it's hydrating me, but it's ultimately killing me too because my cells aren't happy. And we can do things, simple little things to make our water healthier, even if we have no money. We can put it out in the sun. We can open our phones up and play music to it. We can, you can literally run it through any rocks or anything that has an actual Schumann resonance from the earth, and it'll transfer those frequencies to the water that will most benefit you and that water. And the problem is, most of us live in cities and towns where it's a closed circulatory water system. So there's not very much oxygen. It's in plastic, it's in chaos. And they're trying to make it safer with these chemicals, but the chemicals are so damaging to the water fragments that it honestly it memorizes like the molecules or whatever of like chlorine,
It's
unfortunately doesn't love it, and then you're drinking it. So like
yeah.
we, without realizing it, every single day, most of us are poisoning ourselves. We need to do what we have to do within our means. But if there's any extra steps that you can take for the benefit of you, your children, our future, and just living a happier, healthier life and showing respect to water, freaking do it. Like it's free.
Yeah, and like the shit they add to the water, like fluoride, which
Mhm.
calcifies your pineal gland and prevents you from awakening. And
Yeah, let's do a whole episode about that
yeah.
too, because so many people have no idea about that. And that is another really important thing that we should probably be taught in school.
So if you boil, because you mentioned you boil your water, does that kill off like any fluoride that's in the water or
It
any
can minimize,
additional chemicals that were
it's
added?
2:22 on my clock right now.
Oh my God.
So it can, from my understanding, boiling water won't always necessarily kill all the chemicals, but it helps it. But what I think personally it does, because water can be boiled, water can be burned and it won't die. It'll evaporate, go up, and redo its cycle. It only dies through neglect and like sedentary fucking no oxygen. I'm so sorry that this isn't a regular phone conversation. I don't need to talk like that. But boiling it, it can allow it to like evaporate a lot of it, but I don't think it completely takes it away. No, like it's going to be quite a few years before we get there, but it is on the way, the technology to be able to provide pure, clean drinking water for the entire planet. You can get on Unified TV, and there's a lot of stuff about this type of thing. Like the technology is coming, just like the free energy technology. But in the meantime, we can work and strive within our means to do the best we can. If you're on a road trip or going hiking and all you have is a plastic bottle of water, drink your plastic bottle of water, but put an intention into it. Ask for it to be restored back to its original form. Ask for it to be filled with love and harmony and balance. Like you can speak on that. You like I know you believe heavily on the intention of water and the benefits you can get at that. So I'm gonna stand right here and blow my nose. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's
Yeah, no, but you can totally do this like um every morning before you drink your first cup of water. Like,
yeah,
by the way, like everyone, you should be drinking a big glass of water first thing when you wake up in the morning and
yeah.
speak prayers into it, speak your affirmations into it. Thank the water for replenishing every single cell in your body and for hydrating every single cell in your body. Like, thank the water for healing anything that's in misalignment or anything that's dark inside of you that needs to be healed. You know what I mean? Like, speak things of that nature into your water first thing in the morning, and then that will you will carry that literally physically with you all day long.
Yeah,
It's
another
a
thing,
your energy.
yeah, because we do that, you guys. We do that when we are getting ready to do a past life regression hypnosis.
Yeah.
We first and foremost bless, we don't call it blessing the water. We set our intention into the water to have the best connection with our higher self and to receive the most important information to us right now. We drink it. I drink it, you drink it, and our clients drink it so that we're all on the same exact frequency because we're all into the same mission right there, right then and there, right? But there's
Yeah.
another thing that I've been thinking like for probably 10 months now. And I don't know if I've actually told this one to you yet, but colors are healing. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, indigo, all the colors of our chakras. We have hundreds of chakras, but those are our 7 main chakras. And each center has a color. And you can heal yourself through the frequencies of those colors, through lights, like physical lights, like LED lights, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
You can heal the cells in your body from the frequency of the lights getting into your cells. And hear me and take this one however you will. But I think if we got a red glass jug, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple,
Mhm.
and then indigo, I think indigo is clear. I honestly don't know what indigo is, but it's like a purpley huey clear. I don't know.
Like a
Um,
dark, dark blue purple.
oh, so it's absolutely nothing than what I ever envisioned it. That's cool. But anyways, if you get these glasses and you put your water in it, and you put that water in the sun, you're not only going to get all these amazing light codes and healing benefits from the sun, like into the water, memory, consciousness, holding on to that for you to drink and replenish and revive your body. But you're also, as the light passes through, is going to submit those healing color codes into your fucking water. So, like my red chakra, my root chakra is red. And that is, I think, my most closed off chakra. I'm more of a open up here and closed down here person. And most
Mm.
spiritual people are. They neglect their lower chakras, which will be the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. That's red, orange, and yellow. And so if we purposefully put water into these glasses and get those healing, amazing frequencies from the sun, and as they hit through, they're also putting those additional color frequencies into your water and we drink it, can we not heal our entire fucking bodies? Like, I know I'm getting excited about this,
Preach.
but it's because I really feel like this is a technology we haven't explored yet. Maybe people have. I don't know. I'm just a little girl in Washington State, just fucking digging into spirituality and truth. But this is something I think about
I think
probably at least once a day.
I think that is such a cool idea, and it's like double time, the
Mhm,
sun and the color.
mhm.
But here's the next level up from that. After you drink the water, go in and do a meditation for your sacral, for your
Yeah.
solar plexus, for your root.
Mhm.
Triple time.
Fucking A. I remember, so there's this spiritual teacher I follow, and I know you follow her too. Her name is Maria, Mariya. Her stuff is all called This Is Maria. And she was doing a video probably about a year ago on the throat chakra, the throat center, and how a lot of people have blockages. And when she was I don't even know for sure if that was specifically the video, actually. I just remember seeing her drinking out of a blue glass. And
Oh,
and I
cool.
commented and I was like, "Are you drinking out of the blue glass to open up your throat chakra because blue is the color of the throat chakra and you've taken a few drinks?" And she's like, I have she actually wrote me back, which was crazy because it's her. And she said, I think subconsciously my higher self did choose the blue glass. I chose it because I thought it was pretty for the video, but now that you mentioned it, basically, my higher self's confirming, like, yes, I did do that to put those blue energies into talking about the throat chakra and all of that. And I'm like, holy shit, am I onto something? Is this that ancient wisdom? I tried Googling it. I can't find any answers on sun charging, on color charging, but is this
A
that
lot of
ancient
this has been
information that we only
lost.
have inside?
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of this has been lost. And
It's just
to,
so crazy, dude. And I'm so glad that you
but,
wanted to do this episode because I have a
yeah.
lot.
But part of us remembers it still.
I think so. What?
We are aware that we remember it. But like you just reflecting that to her and her being like, oh my gosh, yeah, you
Yeah.
know?
It was so profound for me because I'm like, oh my God, I do know ancient stuff. Because I'm
Yeah,
such a self-doubter, I'm
I
like,
know.
but I'm like, holy
Ew,
shit, I got that right. Like
we
it
carry
was,
that.
yeah,
We're
it was
coded with
so
it.
cool. So
We
this is
just
what I
forgot.
want everybody to do.
Mm.
Everybody who likes to create things and be a scientist,
Yes,
create
homework.
sun charging color coordinated waters, put them on Amazon, sell them to the world for as cheap as you possibly can do, heal the world. That's your service to others and your service to self. Boom, best life lived.
I
Best
love
life
that.
lived. Please,
So
somebody,
beautiful. Change the world with water.
please
Change your
take my
life with
ideas.
water.
Literally. And like, you know how like you could be in the worst mood ever. Well, I don't know if this applies to everybody, but for me specifically, I'm actually a little neurodivergent. And so for me, shit hits deep like music. Like I can feel the emotion in the music. Like so you could be in a really bad mood and put on some really great music and it can completely change your world.
Hmm.
Completely change your world. I really believe that that's the effect that water has too. So if your water is having a bad day, give it some beautiful music, drink it, enjoy it, respect it, honor it, love it, and then it'll do its magic inside of you.
Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful.
I
Now
thought that
I
I'm like, did I just go too weird? Did I get too weird?
No, I love it. Now I want to drink a big glass of water and
So do I
pray into it
actually.
and speak into it and put on some beautiful music
I
and
love you. I know. I'm
love
cheesy.
it.
I
Okay.
don't know if I have any more on water. I
Did
don't
we
think
hit
I
all
have.
the facts?
I think we hit all the facts, and I think I peaked at the color, the glass water thing. I think I peaked, and now I'm like, all right, I'm so excited about that thought. Like it drained me.
Oh my gosh, no, that was awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode about water. And comment if you're going to start trying some of this stuff and implementing the colors, putting it out in the sun or under the moon, or speaking affirmations to it in the morning. Let us know how it's working with you guys. And yeah, let's wrap it up, Christy.
Okay.
Thank you all for tuning in to New Earth News, a show where we talk about all things 5D and the new Earth every Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. New Earth News is also available as a podcast anywhere that you listen to podcasts. So make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. And of course, if you're so inclined, give your girls a 5-star rating. Thanks again for tuning in, you guys. And until next time,
Align yourself to the frequency of the new earth. Did I say that right?
and choose the
And choose
matrix
the
of
matrix
love.
of love.
Hold on.